Many people believe that holding on to the past makes them wiser. They think every memory must be protected, every pain remembered, every joy preserved, as if forgetting were a kind of betrayal. But there is a truth few dare to face. Some memories do not guide us forward. Some quietly chain us in place. And this story is about a man who believed memory was sacred until memory became the weight that ended his life. Long ago, at the edge of a vast desert where the wind erased footprints within hours, there stood an ancient town built from stone and patience. The people there believed that nothing truly existed unless it was remembered. And so among them lived a man named Arion, known throughout the region as the Keeper of Marks. Arion was a stone engraver by trade. His hands were steady, his eyes sharp, and his memory unmatched. People came to him when they wanted moments preserved, victories carved into slabs, names etched after death, vows engraved so time could never steal them away. War treaties, love promises, apologies never spoken aloud, Arion carved them all. To him, memory was not just history, it was duty. At first, his work brought him pride. Each stone felt like proof that life mattered. When others forgot, he remembered for them. When time tried to erase meaning, he resisted. And somewhere along the way, Arion began to believe that forgetting was weakness. So when sorrow visited his own life, he treated it no differently. When his wife died after a long illness, Arion carved every day of her suffering. When a friend betrayed him, he etched the words spoken that night. When joy came, brief and rare, he carved those moments too, afraid they might never return. Behind his modest home, he built a stone chamber, cool and dark, where he placed the slabs one by one. He called it his archive, his truth. At first, entering that room gave him comfort. It felt like control. Nothing was lost, nothing slipped away unnoticed. Each memory had weight, shape, permanence. But as years passed, Arion spent less time among the living and more time among the stones. He stopped joining evening meals. He walked past festivals without stopping. When laughter echoed through the town, it sounded distant to him, almost foreign. The present felt thin compared to the richness of what he had already captured. Inside his mind, a quiet belief grew stronger. What had already happened mattered more than what was happening now. One day, a young apprentice named Lio came to work with him. Lio was curious, restless, always asking questions. He admired Arion's skill, but struggled to understand his obsession. "Master," Lio once asked while brushing stone dust from the floor, "why don't you ever carve today?" Arion paused. "Today isn't finished yet." "But tomorrow will come and today will disappear." Arion frowned. "Nothing disappears if it's remembered." Lio nodded, but something about that answer unsettled him. As seasons passed, the stone chamber grew crowded. Slabs leaned against each other, some cracking under their own weight. Dust filled the air. Arion began waking with aching joints and shallow breaths. Still, every night he returned to the room. He ran his fingers across cold carvings, reliving moments again and again, as if repetition could give them new life. But it didn't. One afternoon, while walking through the market, Arion met an old man standing by a sundial, its shadow slowly shifting as the day passed. The man had been there for years, maintaining the dial, adjusting it after storms. They called him the Watcher of Hours. The Watcher studied Arion quietly before speaking. "You walk like someone carrying a house on his back." Arion scoffed. "I carry nothing." The old man gestured towards Arion's chest. "Are you sure?" Arion said nothing. "You spend your life preserving what has already ended. Tell me, do your memories serve you, or do you serve them?" Arion felt a sudden tightening in his chest, a discomfort he couldn't name. He turned away without answering. That night, he carved the encounter into stone, every word, every pause. Weeks later, A great sandstorm rose from the desert without warning. The wind howled like a living thing. Walls shook, roofs collapsed. The town gathered in the strongest stone structures they could find. Panic spread as homes crumbled. When officials urged citizens to break unused stone chambers for shelter, Arion froze. His archives stood among the strongest structures, thick walls, deep foundation. It could protect many, but destroying it felt unthinkable. "These stones are lives," Arion argued. "You can't erase them." Others pleaded, "We need shelter now." Arion stood in front of the chamber's entrance as the wind screamed louder. He pressed his back against the stone door, heart racing. Inside his mind, memories flashed, not guiding him, but overwhelming him. Voices, faces, losses, triumphs, all shouting at once. The storm struck with brutal force. A nearby wall collapsed, sending a shockwave through the ground. The chamber cracked, stone groaned under pressure it was never meant to bear alone. In that moment, Arion understood something too late. The memories he protected were not holding him up, they were holding him down. The structure failed, stones fell inward. The weight of a lifetime of memories buried the man who refused to release them. When the storm passed, silence followed. Survivors gathered in shock. They found Arion underneath shattered stone, his hands still gripping a slab carved with the past. The Watcher of Hours arrived quietly. He knelt, brushed sand from the carvings, and whispered, "Memory was meant to light the path ahead, not become the ground that traps your feet." Years later, the town rebuilt, but they changed. They still remembered, but they no longer worshipped memory. They told stories, then let them rest. They honored the past without living inside it. And now, as you listen to this story, perhaps you feel something familiar. Perhaps there are stones you carry, moments you replay, pain you refuse to release, joy you cling to because you fear it won't return. So let me ask you gently, are your memories helping you live or quietly stopping you from moving forward? If this story spoke to you, share your thoughts in the comments. What is one thing from the past you're learning to let go of? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more stories that help you live fully, right here in the present.